Hi everybody, it's wonderful to be back with you. Today I thought I would introduce you to my third of four pets. This is Bentley, and he is Spencer's big brother. Bentley doesn't like to sit on my lap quite as much as Spencer does, so I'm going to put him down, but he wanted to say hi. Okay, ready? Oh, now Spencer wants to go too with his brother. Of course he does. Alrighty, so today I've been thinking a lot about which book I was going to read to you next, and I found a great one. This one I have a connection with because it's about kindness, and as you know, at Glencairn School, we talk about kindness a lot. This one is called Kindness Counts, and it's a story for teaching random acts of kindness, written by Brian Smith. So after we read the story today, once again, I'll have some ideas for a writing prompt, or we're going to use this book as a springboard for our writing today. Kindness Counts. Hi, my name is Cade, and I am in the 4th grade. Boy, do I have a crazy story. It all started last Friday night. My parents decided to take my little sister Sophia and me out for ice cream at the Sundae shop. I sometimes try to get Dad to buy us the super duper ice cream, but he usually says we only need the small one. But this time when we pulled up to the drive-through speaker, I heard him say, I need 2 super duper ice creams. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Jackpot! Dad never spends extra money to buy the large cones. This must be my lucky day. Now I know you're probably thinking that was the crazy part, but wait till you hear this. When we got to the window to pay, the lady told us that the ice creams were already paid for. Dad said, I'm sorry, but that's not possible. I just pulled up to the window. The lady smiled and said, the people in front of you bought your dessert and wanted me to tell you to have a great night. Boy, was Dad surprised. But right away, Dad said, wow, well, I want to pay for the people behind me. As we drove off, I asked Dad if that was weird. He said, it's unusual, but it's really cool. That's called a random act of kindness. Dad must have called at least 10 people when we got home, and every time the conversation started with, you aren't going to believe this. It was great seeing Dad so happy over something that seemed so small. I would love to make someone that happy, but I'm not really sure I know how. That night, I dreamed that I bought super duper ice creams for everyone at school, and I was a hero. When I woke up, I kept wondering what I could do in real life to have everyone love me like that. It wasn't long before I had the perfect plan. Marching like a soldier, I walked straight up to my dad. Sir, I am Random Acts of Kindness Soldier, reporting for duty. My first mission is to never call Sophia Miss Whiny Pants again. Dad started laughing. Well, that sure is good to hear, though that's not really a random act of kindness, because you're not supposed to call your sister names anyway. It's great to set a goal and not say mean things about her, but random acts of kindness involve doing nice things that go above and beyond. I thought about it for a while and then decided to try something at school. As I sat at my desk the next day, an idea came to mind. I saw a poster on the wall about being nice to everyone. What nice thing could I do that would be going above and beyond? I had it. I went and told my teacher, Mrs. Caring, about this random acts of kindness thing and how I was going to play with Sarah at recess, since no one seems to ever play with her. Interesting that the teacher's name is Mrs. Caring. So my teacher grinned from ear to ear. Grinned is kind of like smiled. I'll be right back. I need to tell Sarah I'm going to play with her at recess. Mrs. Caring grabbed my hand. Wait, don't tell her. You need to surprise her. That's what a random act of kindness really means. You do something nice when people least expect it. Maybe the reason Dad was so happy about someone paying for our ice cream was because he didn't expect it. When I asked Sarah to play at recess, she asked why I chose her. Well, I thought it would be fun to play with you. This was the first time I had ever seen Sarah smile. We played freeze tag, foursquare, and even football. And you know what? It was fun. When I got home that day, I wanted to tell my parents how nice I was at school. More super duper ice cream for me. Inside the front door were some trash bags filled with stuff. I wondered what was in there. Dad came in with a big smile and said, "Soldier, I've collected some toys that you and your sister don't play with anymore. We depart in 5 minutes to donate them to children who don't have as much." I could see something blinking in one of the trash bags. I immediately recognized my magic superhero sword. No way! I tore open the bag, and yep, there it was. You've got to be kidding me! Dad, do you realize the sword has magic powers? I battled hundreds of monsters with this thing. This kindness thing was getting out of control. Dad said, Cade, I know you have some great memories of this sword, but think about how good it felt when you got it. And now you have a chance to share that feeling with another kid who will play with it as much as you used to. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, I said. You should go buy that kid one. This one's taken. Besides, I already played with a girl at school today. Cade, pretty soon you'll realize that it should make you feel good to do something nice for someone else. Dad replied, that's another part of random acts of kindness. Dad said he was leaving to drop off the toys and asked if my sister and I wanted to go. Sophia ran straight to the car, but not me. I'll go as long as my magic sword stays home. You can take everything else, but please not that. Dad said that made him a little sad, but he agreed. Soon we pulled up to some trailer. Here we are, Dad said. What's this? I said. The guy is taking all of our stuff and it's not even going to kids. No, this guy fills up the trailer and delivers the toys to children who don't have any, or very many. That's his job, Dad replied. It was windy and I didn't want to freeze to death, so I stayed in the car while Dad handed the bags to the guy in the trailer. When Dad got in the car, he said, "It's freezing out there." Then it clicked. I had a plan for doing something nice that went above and beyond, that would surprise someone when they least expected it, and that might even make me feel good about doing this nice thing for someone else. This situation called for a random act of kindness, soldier, again. I pretended my hand was a walkie-talkie and I said, "Troops, we have a freezing man who needs our help. He needs hot chocolate and donuts immediately. Over and out." Dad gave me that way to go look, and we drove to the gas station, bought our treats, and drove straight back to the trailer. As I jumped out of the car, the guy said, "Did you forget something?" "Yes, we forgot to give you some hot chocolate and donuts," I said. Then tears came to his eyes. "Oh no, you must be allergic to hot chocolate and donuts," I said. "I'm so sorry, I wasn't trying to be mean." "I'm not allergic," he said. "It's just that no one's ever done something like that for me out here. You just made my day." As we drove off, I explained to Dad how I finally understood this random acts of kindness thing, and I told him how excited Sophia and I were about getting some new toys. What new toys?" he said. I explained to Dad that since we gave some of our old toys to other kids, we needed to get some new ones in return. Dad said, "I don't think so. It doesn't work that way. When you do random acts of kindness, you're not supposed to expect or want anything in return." "So let me get this right," I said. "We do it just to be nice and we don't get anything in return?" "Yep." "Well, that stinks." Actually, you did get something in return, my dad said. Like what? You just made somebody's day. That man sits out in the cold all day long to make sure people who need help get help. Dad asked me how I felt when that guy told us that we made his day. To be honest, it did make me feel pretty great. That's the point, he said. It should make you feel good to do something nice for someone else. Not because you expect something in return, but just because you did it. When I laid down for bed that night, there was a note on my pillow. It said, Cade, thanks for being my son. Love, Dad. And there's the note. I woke up in the morning and I knew I had another random act of kindness to do that day. I was about to do something nice that went above and beyond, surprise someone when they least expected it, feel good about doing this nice thing, and I wasn't going to expect anything in return. I grabbed a trash bag, ran to my room, then marched back to where Dad was sitting. Remember when the guy at the trailer asked if we forgot something, I asked? Well, we did. What did we forget? Dad asked. I smiled and handed him the bag. Can you see something blinking in the bag? A light was blinking inside. And you know what? I felt really good. At the end of this book, there is a list of all kinds of things that you could do as a random act of kindness. But what I would like for you to do is to think about maybe doing one of these things. And I've written them down here. Think of a random act of kindness that you could do for someone in your family. Maybe writing someone a letter that you haven't seen in a long time, or doing a chore that nobody asked you to do, helping somebody out. And have your family come up with ideas for acts of kindness that you could do for someone in your community. Maybe you could pick up trash, donate toys, books, or clothes, but brainstorm a list with your family. Ask a family member about the nicest thing that anyone has ever done for them. That would be a pretty good survey to do. Ask different people, what's the nicest thing that anyone has ever done for you? Then, when you have all of these ideas, write a story about this, or about an act of kindness that you did or that you will do. Don't forget to talk about how it made you feel, in addition to how it made the other person feel. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope that it gets you thinking about random acts of kindness and things that you can do for others in your family, for pets, siblings, people in your community, and think about how this kind of relates to all of the things we talk about at Glen Cairn School. So until I see you next time, I hope that you'll have lots of fun writing and doing random acts of kindness. And have a great day full of fun, writing, bucket filling, and reading stories and writing. Have a great day, everybody.